All right, so we're going to look at today is determining whether a point is on a circle, inside a circle, or outside a circle. Before I do that, I'm just going to go back to something we would have done on the line, which is very similar. All right, so we would have done questions like this. Is the point 2 minus 1 on the line 2x plus y minus 3 equals 0? So to check if a point is on the line, you sub in for the x and the y. If you get, in this case, 0 equals 0, the point is on the line. All right. If I got, say, 10 is equal to 0, it's not, so the point mustn't be on the line. So let's do that. So 2x plus y minus 3 equals 0. Let's sub this point in. So instead of 2x, I've got 2 times 2 plus y, so plus minus 1 minus 3 equals 0. 2 times 2 is 4, minus 1 minus 3 equals 0. 4 minus 1 is 3, 3 minus 3 is 0. So 0 is equal to 0. So that point is on the line. All right. Similar example then, but it's just asking us the point 3, 2 on that line. So same line. So instead of 2x, it's going to be 2 times 3 plus 2 minus 3 equals 0. 2 times 3 is 6, plus 2 minus 3 equals 0. 6 plus 2 is 8. 8 minus 3 is 5. 5 is not equal to 0. Okay, so not on the line. All right, so if you sub the point in and get 0 equals 0, it's on the line. If you sub it in and you get something that's not true, like 5 is equal to 0, then it's not on the line. We can do the exact same thing with the equation of a circle. We can sub the point in, and if, say, in this example here, I was to get 17 equals 17, that would tell me the point is on the circle. With the circle, though, we can do a little bit more. We can say whether the point is inside or outside the circle as well, and I will look at that as we get down through this example here. Okay, so the question I'm asked here is, are the following points inside, on, or outside the circle x squared plus y squared equals 17? So here's my point, so here's my x, and here's my y. So let's sub them into the equation of this circle. So instead of x squared, it's going to be 4 squared, plus, instead of y squared, it's going to be minus 1 squared, equals 17. 4 squared is 16. Minus 1 squared is plus 1. So this is plus 1. So again, if you're ever doing that in a calculator, just be careful to put those brackets in. If you don't put the brackets in, calculator will give you the wrong answer. 16 plus 1 is 17. Is 17 equal to 17? Yes, it is. So that point is on the circle. So because I got 17 equals 17, when I subbed this into the equation, then it's on the circle. All right, so that's very like what we did with the line. I'm going to try 5, 2 now. All right, so sub it into the same circle. So x squared is going to be 5 squared plus 2 squared. Is that equal to 17? Well, 5 squared is 25, plus 2 squared is 4. Is that equal to 17? 25 plus 4 is 29. 29 is not equal to 17, it's bigger than it. Okay, when I sub the points in, I get 29. 29 is greater than the 17 over the other side. That means you are outside the circle. All right, so if you get a number bigger than the right hand side, then that means you're outside the circle. If you get a number smaller, it means you're inside. I think that's what we're going to see on this next example here. So subbing 3, 1 into the same circle. So 3 squared plus 1 squared, is that equal to 17? 3 squared is 9, plus 1 squared is 1. Is that equal to 17? Well, 9 plus 1 is 10. 10 is less than 17. So that means that point is inside the circle. All right. So if you just maybe over here really roughly, if I was to draw this x squared plus y squared equals 17 circle, so let's say that's it there. So 4 minus 1, that was on the circle, so it's on the circle. That's what we mean by on the circle. This point here, 5, 2, let's say that will be up here. So that is outside. And then this one here, 3, 1, we'll say that's there, and that's inside the circle. Okay, so that's all we mean. If you were to draw that accurately and plot those points accurately, you would find that they are on, in, and outside the circle. Okay, that would be another way of doing the question. You could, if you want, draw the circle and plot the points, but this way is way quicker. Okay, just sub them in for x and y. If you get equal to 17, you're on, etc. Okay, I'll go through a summary of that on the next page. All right, so like I said, there's our summary. So if I sub the x squared and the y squared in and get it equal to the number on the right hand side, it's on the circle. If I sub the x and the y in and I get it bigger than the number on the right hand side, we are outside the circle. If I sub the x and the y in and I get a number less than what's on the right hand side, I am inside the circle. All right, so just two more examples to do. So is 3, 2 on, inside, or outside x squared plus y squared equals 10? So let's sub 3 and 2 in for x and y. So instead of x squared, I've got 3 squared plus, instead of y squared, I've got 2 squared is equal to 10. 3 squared is 9 plus 2 squared is 4. Is that equal to 10? It's not. 9 plus 4 is 13. 13 is bigger than 10, so that means it's outside the circle. Okay, so just you are asked, is it on, inside, or outside? So answer the question. Therefore, outside the circle. Okay, so don't just leave it there, 13 greater than 10, you know that means outside, and move on. Answer the question they asked. Okay, show you know what that means. All right, next one here then, so is 5 minus 3 on, inside, or outside this circle here? X squared plus y squared equals 34, so let's sub in. So instead of x, I've got 5. Instead of y, I've got minus 3. Is that equal to 34? Well, 5 squared is 25, plus minus 3 squared is plus 9, equals 34. 25 plus 9 is 34. 34 is equal to 34. So therefore, we are on the circle. Okay, so if you're asked if a point is inside, outside, or on a circle, you sub the point in for the x and the y. If we get it equal like this, it's on. If we get greater than the right hand side, we're outside. If we get less than the right hand side, we are inside.